I wrote a list of all the things stopping me from starting a YouTube channel. I had written things like fear of judgment, fear of failure, having no time. But once I finished my list, an even scarier thought came to me. And this thought was about regret. Regret in years to come if I didn't actually start my YouTube channel. So I made the decision to stop scrolling and start creating. And I've never looked back since. If you've been stuck at the stage of consuming content for literally hours and you still haven't made any content yourself, this video is for you. I wrote this list a little while back before I started my YouTube channel. To be honest with you, some bits are a little bit embarrassing, but I'm going to show you exactly what I've put on here. So I've got things like fear of judgment, fear of failure, no time, what if I don't get any subscribers, no views, what about the negative comments, what if my colleagues found out, what if my extended family found out. All of these things were stopping me from starting my YouTube journey. And then I realised something, and it's on the 10-year rule, and it made me turn this list into actual action. I started my YouTube channel. Now, one thing on this list particularly stood out for me, and it was stopping me from starting my YouTube channel, and that was the whole thing about time. And to be honest with you, I really had a thought about it, and I was like, well, I clearly have time to be scrolling for hours on end in the evening when I put my daughter to sleep. So why have I not used that time to actually create something? So I do have the time to start a YouTube channel. I also tackle these fears in my videos on my YouTube channel. So if you want to check them out, I've got a couple: fear of failure, fear of judgment. So you can always check them out if it's something that is stopping you from starting your YouTube channel. And then I made a really radical decision. Well, it is pretty radical. I actually deleted apps on my phone. So I got rid of TikTok, I got rid of Instagram, I just kept YouTube. And that changed things completely. It stopped the doom scrolling. It stopped wasting all of those hours in the evening that I had to myself. It just stopped wasting them, and I could actually do something with them. I changed the habit on what I was consuming on YouTube, and I started to watch videos where I could study. So I was basically studying YouTube, and I consumed things that were going to benefit me on my YouTube journey. So my whole habits completely changed of how I was consuming social media. I think limiting myself literally just to YouTube was a major game changer in all of this, and it really just shifted my mindset, and it made me way more focused on what I actually wanted to do. So a little action, if this is something that you find yourself literally just consuming it and scrolling for hours and hours and hours every single day, and you still not started your YouTube channel, maybe try getting rid of one app at a time. Maybe try and get rid of one that's taking a lot of your time and it's just not helping you on your YouTube journey. And another thing that I did is I started watching smaller YouTubers, and this was such a motivation kind of kick, and it's just what I needed. I wanted to see someone being real, raw, showing me exactly what I was getting myself into. To be fair, there wasn't so many YouTubers out there who was doing it at the time when I was starting, but the ones that I could find, it was just really refreshing, and it kind of made me have the right mindset to start my own YouTube channel. I think also just completely taking time away from the apps, from YouTube, is a really helpful thing. So what I did, once I consumed my content on YouTube, that was going to help me with a certain video, I stopped watching things completely. I switched off, and I gave myself a good half an hour to sit down and write exactly what I wanted to say in the video, and my aims of it all, and who I was talking to, who my audience is. And I think that was a really, really helpful, just stepping away from all the apps and everything I was consuming. I basically just stopped watching things when it actually came down to writing what I wanted to put in the videos and what I wanted to say. And I think that was really, really helpful as well. I also have a video about YouTube advice and how too much might not actually be quite unhelpful. So if you want to check it out afterwards, I think it's quite relevant to what I'm saying now. But yeah, there is a point where you just have to stop consuming everything and just focus on your own thoughts and exactly what you have to say, because everyone has something of value to say here on YouTube, and you definitely have an audience waiting for you to start your channel. When I want to start that channel, and I'm only on week 10 of my journey, and it has been very up and down, more lows than highs, in terms of views and things like that. I document it all. You can have a little look at my stats. I show you my stats every single Friday. What I will say is that once you start your YouTube channel, is just to remember that you are in the beginner phase and this is the quiet phase. And I do talk about this quite a lot, where this is all about practice. Okay, so just say you want to learn the piano, and you're going to have that time to practice, because that's the only way that you're going to improve. It's the only way you're going to get better. And this is the thing of YouTube, and I think this is the issue of us just wanting that instant success and seeing all those videos about, you know, my third video became viral, I monetized in a week. You know, that's not the reality for the majority of people on YouTube. That's a very, very small minority, and I do believe sometimes it is a little bit of luck. I don't really want to get into that, but I think, yeah, there is an element of luck to it. Sometimes you might feel like, you know, you've done your hook perfectly, you've got a really good thumbnail, you've got a really good title, the main body and the whole structure of the video is supposed to, you know, keep the retention of the audience, and you feel like you've done everything perfectly. Then at the end of the day, you're only going to get 10 views. It's just one of those things, and it's just, if we see this as this practice stage, then it's not so bad. You know, we just need to practice, just need to improve, just need to get better. And this is definitely something that I talk about quite a lot, because I really do believe, and I have to keep reinforcing that thought as well to myself, this is just the practice. It's just practice stage. It's okay. We need to get over that hurdle and we will eventually get to the other side. I know there's a lot to it when it comes to, you know, stopping that habit of consuming and actually just starting to become a creator. And it's a really weird thing as well for me to say out loud when I say I'm a YouTube creator. I don't really feel like I've earned that title yet, but then again, I am posting content on YouTube, so I am a YouTube creator regardless of how many subs I have, how many views my videos are getting. So it's kind of like just seeing it as everyone starts in exactly the same position as what you're going to start in. You know, everyone is a beginner. We don't have these things figured out, and the only way we can actually do this is to stop scrolling and literally just start your YouTube channel. There are going to be hurdles, there are going to be times when you are going to want to quit. That's why I really encourage you to take this 1 year's monetization journey with me, and if you want to follow along, because I'm sure I'm going to have those weeks that feeling a lot better about it, and my stats are looking better. And I'm going to have those weeks where the views are very low. I've put a lot of effort in, and I feel like I'm not getting anything out of it. It's not a good outcome. But what I'm trying to do as well is trying to detach my self-worth to these numbers. Okay, I'm trying to not see, you know, what I've done as only worthy if I have, let's say, over 1,000 views on a video, and that's when I've really got it. Because I know then it will be right when I hit over 10,000 views on a video, then, you know, I've done something. So it's one of those things where it's like, it's such a big step to stop consuming and actively being a creator. I think that's a huge achievement, and one to be applauded for sure. Not a lot of people go from that stage of wanting to start a YouTube channel to actually doing it. I think it's a really small percentage. I can't remember it from the top of my head. I'll pop it up there if I can find it. But that's just something that I really want you to bear in mind if you are in that percentage, that small percentage of people who have started. And I hope you do after seeing this video, and I hope that my journey is encouraging you and giving you a little bit of motivation as well along the way. So all I want to do is just encourage other beginners and people who have a fear of starting YouTube. I hope that you found some value in this video, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.